What's going on, everybody? How are you today? It's Billy Keels back once again here in the home office. Maybe a little bit dark, but that's okay. I've got a couple things going on. Maybe some noise in the background. Today is a holiday, so the kids are walking around the house. That's what they do. That's what they love to do. That's what we're going to let them do. But for those of you who don't know me, just really quickly, Billy Keels, father, husband, son, uncle. I'm also a real estate investor. I love long distance real estate investing. And what does that mean? It means I love living in Europe, where I live in Spain, and I love investing in cash flowing assets back in the United States. So one of the reasons that you're here on this channel is because this is a place where you can come and talk about money. You can talk about taking control of your free time. And you know what? We do all that so that all of us can live with less stress, because there's enough things going on in life that can keep us stressed out. And well, you need a place to come that you can hang out and talk to other people and share ideas. And this is the place for me and for you, or for you and for me, either way, however you want to look at it. So, but because today has been a vacation day for my 9 to 5, because yes, although I'm building a business, which is I'd say it's a pretty nice business where I get a chance to meet with people and talk to people all the time and help them get closer to their goals and dreams. At the same time, helping get in closer to goals and dreams that I have for myself, my family, things like that. It's really, really nice. It's sometimes different than the dynamic that you have in the multinational. And it's something that I actually enjoy a lot. So I enjoy the interactions I have with people, enjoy being able to help them get closer to their dreams, and having real estate being one of the vehicles that will help them do that. At the same time, I enjoy the dynamic of the multinational, helping big companies solve problems, and usually they're solving them on a lot bigger scale that can help them to also get around and impact the lives of millions, if not billions of people. So, but one of the things that keeps coming back all the time is people want to know, like, Billy, well, how do you do that? How do you live in Europe and at the same time you're investing and building a business that's like thousands of kilometers away or thousands of miles away, depending on where you are? And one of the things is really about being focused and being mastering tasks and being able to build teams. I've talked a little bit about how what my process is. It's really simple. Like, I've made it super, super, super simple. Like, I made it so simple, it's down to like 4 very basic steps. And if you want to find out about any of that, all you need to do is go to keeponcashflow.com/roadmap, and you can find out about it. I've written an ebook about it. It's actually, we've touched it up. We've given it some new, we've edited it to make it even simpler, more concrete, because that's some of the things that you've been asking for. I guess that's part of testing, right? Not being a perfectionist, got it out there, and I've had some feedback already. And one of the things is you want to say, okay, well, give me some concrete examples. So giving you more value through the ebook. You can pick it up absolutely free. Well, I would say you have to leave your email. So maybe it's not exactly 100% free. It's leave your email and I'll send it to you. When you send your email, basically the reason for that is getting you to, number one, get the ebook, and number 2, helping to bring you and invite you to our community. So you can decide if you want to hang around or not. We're actually pretty nice people, I think, pretty nice, cool people. And always interested in helping to build one another and helping one another to grow. So that's the idea there. But one of the things that I wanted to just kind of put out there on the table is, like, what's been your biggest challenge? Because I was thinking about this myself, like when I got started, and now it's been 5.5 years ago, which seems kind of crazy to think about the way that the portfolio has grown as an active portfolio and as a passive portfolio, like literally placing capital and I don't do anything and I'm getting checks, and then I'm going out, my teams and I are doing the work and we're sending checks to other people. It's like really, really cool. Very unlike the stock market and 401k, but completely different story. And I don't want to divert or digress, I think is the right word, digress. But anyway, so I know that I had a lot of things going on here. And if I think about what's happened in 5 years, it's like 270% of what my goal was. And that is from what my goals used to be. Like, my goals are now not necessarily, they're not just fixed on things, they're fixed on kind of really goals to help move myself, my family, our investors, to be able to move everybody forward. So I would love to know what your biggest challenge was. I know that, and just I guess I'll share with you, but like one of my biggest challenges was I wanted to figure out, after having read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a book that I absolutely love and completely changed my life. I think it's one, well, no, this is actually Cash Flow Quadrant. This is one that's just, I literally keep it by my desk, right? Because Cash Flow Quadrant, I'm always thinking about things and going back, referring to it. It's like something that I use to help me move forward. But one of the biggest challenges that I had was I'd read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I saw all the things that were in the book, and I was like, you know, I want to do this. And so I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do that living here in Spain. And so it made it difficult because the theory in the book to bring that to practice in Spain was just kind of very, very different. So that was, like I was saying, like the book is one thing and it's not reality for me. So that was a challenge. So it took me a while to kind of get over that challenge and figure out, okay, well, yeah, that's the reality, but at the same time, how do I get to the goal? And the goal was to create a path to financial freedom and financial independence, right? And then after that, it was, okay, I decided I wanted to look at buying a property here in Spain. That didn't make sense. So then I looked to go to the United States. And I was like, and what would your first challenge be if you were thinking you live in Europe and you want to invest in the United States? If you can think of it, write it in the box, or I'd love for you to write, like, if you lived in one place, like literally on one continent, and you were going to invest your money and you actively invest your money and build teams, what would be the thing that would be your biggest challenge? Like, what would scare you the most from actually doing it? I'll give you a couple seconds. So even if you're watching this later, you can type it in, because I'm going to give you my answer why I was afraid, but I would love to see what you typed it in. Lo puedes quedar también en español. You can type it in Spanish or French or Italian or Catalan if you want, whatever you want. Just type it in. So I'm going to tell you now, the thing that was holding me back was the long distance. The long distance. Can you believe that? It was too far away. But then when I did it, it actually has become the biggest benefit, because I cannot actually go to a property and check it out. I cannot go fix things. I have to rely on teams and process, because I love living in Europe and I enjoy and love investing in the United States. If I were investing in my own backyard, I would probably be over at the house every single day, and that's not the best use of my time or energy. So anyway, there you go. That's my biggest challenge. I wanted to share it with you. If you want to share it with me and others that are part of our community, what's been your biggest challenge? It could be anything. Mine was actually realizing what I read in the book wasn't the same as what would be here, number one. And then I figured the distance was too long. Like, I couldn't do that. But like I said, 5 years later, that 5-year goal, 270% of that goal was achieved. And then even more on top of that. But anyway, wanted to share that. Wasn't easy, but because of the things that I've learned, I've made it really simple so that others don't have to, meaning you don't have to make the same steps, take the same steps that I did. You can actually do it much faster. Kind of go around all the things that I did wrong, and you get there much faster. And if you want to know about that, like I said, just leave your email address at keeponcashflow.com/roadmap. Also, if you want to type it in, you can do that. I would appreciate it, and others in the group would appreciate it as well. This is Billy. I just wanted to connect with you, say hello, but I'm going to get out of here. I want you to have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you very soon, okay? Hasta la próxima. Ciao.